They started up another channel. So, okay, I'm here on another channel. Let me see which one I'm at. Let's see which one I'm at. Upcoming. You asked the question. Okay, we're going to go here and see who's here. Okay. Ask the question. Okay, we're going to go here and see who's here. Okay. Okay, that's great. Okay. So we are here. Let's see if this is going to be a good link to here. Okay, I set up a new link over here. Okay, I set up a new link that you can watch me at. So let's get rid of this one. We're going to cancel this one. Who's ever's here, I'm going to cancel. Okay, so we ended this new link. Now we're going to the next one. So I ended this one. Okay, 38 minutes. Okay. Wow, we're going absolutely nowhere today. Very frustrating. Okay, this I know is real. Okay, okay, wow. Okay, so I'm now on the iPad. I'm now on the iPad. I've never had, you know, if I go onto my camera right now and do a video that's not live, right? Let me see. Let me see what this is. We need to open this app, privacy settings change. So maybe I screwed up somewhere and just went Windows 11 version, meet now. Let me see what this is. Oh, you know what? I think I did it all myself. I think I did it myself. I actually think I did it myself, and I shut off my own sound because I didn't want to hear the squeaking and I forgot completely about it. So just call me the coconut. Call me the coconut. So I wrote something today, and what I don't like about doing this on the iPad is I think you see things backwards. I'm not really sure how you see me, right, on the front screen. Just 1 second. So yeah, so where are we going to go from here? What didn't you hear me say? Oh my God, I'm so far behind because I don't know what I said. I need to put on a hat. I just hung up a jacket that fell down twice. I really don't like this camera looking at me this way, right? I really don't, but I'm going to take it. I just can't stand it. Let me see if I can get this back up here. I have to support this here on this side like this. and get this supported on the other side with this. Yeah, it's something like this. Okay, now I'm supporting the camera, but don't I look like I'm coming across crooked? So let me move this out of the way. Okay, and you know what's really, really weird, and I've never seen, oh yes, I'm seeing it because now you know what's funny is I'm like in 3 places right now. Where's that mirror? Check this out. This is what I see. Okay, so do you see me? Or do you see one of the other 3 other than what you see in there? How is that possible? How am I everywhere? Oh, Lord, are you everywhere, Lord? Is this what you do? I mean, because do you think the Creator is smarter than all of us, or some of us, or none of us? I mean, what's going on here? I know there's somebody out there, right, that can actually explain this, because it's just bewildering. All you're going to tell me right now is it's a mirror. So what is it mirroring? What do you see that it's sending out there? What can you say? Well, it's in the mirror. Well, it has to be a matter. It has to be something. You have to see it for a reason. How are you visually able to pick this up? What are your eyes picking up besides the vision? So now I'm gonna ask myself, wow, how do you say the word mirror? Just 1 second. What was that word I was thinking of? Wow, can't believe it. I forgot that word. Somebody's got to help me out. Help me out. I'm not afraid to ask for help. Question is, when I ask for help, why do I need the help? Have I tried myself to help myself out? What if I didn't know? What if I didn't know what? What if you knew what you wanted to do, but you couldn't do it, but you tried to do it, it was taking too long, and somebody else figured out what you wanted to do and helped you out. And as they started to help you out, you go, not like that, but you've never done it before. But you're actually guiding somebody on something that you had a vision that you couldn't do, but not like that. Shalom. So I was looking something up on my on this thing here, right? I just went to the bathroom before, and I wanted to show you something about the ACE. Anybody ever go skiing before, right? And you go down the hill snow plow. There's 2 ways to do this. Either you gobble everything up in the funnel, coming down in this direction, everything is going into the funnel. When you're going in that direction, right, this over here is spreading everything apart. So you're splitting the C as your V advances with life. The V letter. I mean, who am I? You told me the letter V, but I'm French, and I heard V, and I know if I look up V online, it'll say life. And apparently, even in French, it's spelled V-I-E. But I know the I-E is for example. I also know what you taught me, gave me these ape cards, and you said to me, here's my 9. Here's my 5, and here's my 9. Unlike the conventional cards, right? Unlike the conventional cards where the 5 is the same, right? 5 is the same, but the 9 is going to have a little bit of a difference. So what I understand that they're doing in here is they're showing me I'm living in the 5 of the upper worlds and the 4 of the other world. Within the spirit, my birth is within inside of this, 4 and 5. Here they don't show it. They show you at the heart between 2 worlds. And if you notice, take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4 one way. 1, 2, 1, 2 up, 1, 2 down, up, up, down, down. Do you see the way the card is? It's not like the other cards. I'm going to show you. Here's the 8. I'm going to show you the 8 card, 7 card, the 5 card, the 10 card. I want to see the, well, 7 will be like the 8, but 7, 8, 1 second. I don't want to show you that one. I want to show you this one. This one, right? All the diamonds are worth doubled, and the King of Diamonds only has one eye. The King of Diamonds, for me, the King of Diamonds and the diamond suit is what's going to tell me something about Venus. And the reason it's telling me something about Venus is because when I count the diamond suit for what's up and what's down, they're all up and they're all down. Here it's not. The upper house, you see the way this house has 4 and 1 inside of it? The heart of 4 is 1? Or do we look at the complete invert, that this is the true heart, and this one is a continuation, and this is where you end up living, where it rotates with inside itself? We'll have to do a little artwork in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to now take this 9 card. Wait a second. Did I lose the other 9 card? I had the 9, the 8. Oh, and here's the 9. So what we're going to do, what we're going to do is first we're going to look at the 8, where you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 going that way and 4 going down. When we take the other 8, right, you now see the moons. There's only 3 and 3. Here's the heart of this one, right? You notice there's never, it's always going to be 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. You'll never have 3 in a row unless you want to look this way. But you notice you have 2 the same way, 1 upside down. Here, you have 3 the same way. Here, you have 3 the same way, 3 crossing 3, but not here. It's 2 and 1, and then 2 and 1, 3 crossing 3. So when we're talking about this card over here, right, you can see that that symbol is gone and showing the upper and lower worlds of 4 and 4. See here, they show away from each other, away from each other. These two are touching. What does that symbolize? That these points are coming together. What does it symbolize? See the way this is coming together? Here and here is down, down, up, up. But here it's not like that. It's completely different from this card. So I needed to corticate this. This is running 5 and 4. 5 and 4 represents the IT sun system. The reason for that is 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 equals 20 plus 9 equals 29. The sun is number 54. So what does that do? Well, 9 times 6 equals to 54. There are other ways to achieve 54. There are other ways to achieve 54. But we're working with this. You see, love is 54. Sun is 54. 9 times 6 equals to 54, which is 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. Now, the thing about 3, it's in between 1 and 5. 3, 3, 3. 1, 3, and 5, 9. 3, 3, and 3. The average of 1 and 5 is 3. 3 below AB, 3 above CD. 3 below AB, and 3 above DE. So it becomes 3 and 9, right? The below equals to 3, the above equals to 9, the center equals to 3. 39 is angel. 39 says sky. It becomes the C and the I letter coming together. The total is 12. And all the reasons for 12, because it just repeats A and B again. 1 and 2 equals to 3. Your birth equals to creation. In all the houses of the Lord, A, C, and E. From the E world to where the Spirit, okay, connects you to all the worlds. You see there's A, there's double A, right? Isn't that the way it works? A, double A, triple A. And when you design the A, you'll see the way. I'm going to just show you in a minute here. How do I do this? Oh. See, most people, if you want to design an A and you have regular paper, how do you choose where to go with your lines? How do you choose We need to have an obligation. Why am I squeezing my A in? And in order to do your first A squeeze, here's your first A squeeze. It's right over here. And regardless of how you squeeze that A, what's going to happen is you're always going to have that dividing line between the two. You can't choose when building, oh, I'm going to cut it right here. You need to create, okay, a specific point with a specific reason. You create a specific point with a specific reason when you cut. For instance, one of the things is when you cut a tree and you make it into 2x4s, you cut in a certain area off the bark of the tree in order that you can square it off so you have your 2x4s. They're not round. They're made to be square. The round part is cut off. So the round is turned into a square. Also, the diameter of anything extends out the vibration, right? Doesn't go out. It goes out square, but it doesn't go out square. Do you know what I'm saying? You see it emanating? Look, the minute you go straight, that's going to make square. You're not going to do, look at my sound, it's going out like this. No, it's emanating this way. It's squarely emanating, right? It might boom from the center, and then when it hits the end, it comes back, whichever way the angles of the mountain or the piece that it's within. We're going to take just a 1 second break. I have to put something in my head. I'm going to get my hot water I boiled over there. If you have anything to ask, anything to say, you don't understand something, you want to show me something that I may have missed, okay? And I've missed a lot of things because we're going over every single person that has ever created anything in this entire planet. It doesn't matter what it is. The thing is, how relevant will it be to the subject and how can it fit? We can make it fit because right away, every single word, right? Every single word for some reason has these letters. And I look and I go, Ma, my mother says it's the alphabet. And I go, Ma, to me, they're all characters, you know, but because you gave the name to that character, and that's the shape, and that shape becomes inside the alphabet, which has a position. Anyways, earlier on also, we were talking about the alphabet ending in my other video, regardless, of the alphabet ending on 26. Now, it boggles my mind. How can the alphabet end on 26? When the calculator shows me, right, I got 8 around 1. That doesn't work ending on 26. 3 cubed is 27. 3 cubed is 27. Just like Rubik's Cube. Here's your 3 cubed. Check it out. There's an area space right here. Everything has to be counted. When you count this, you count 3 on this side, and you count 3 on this side. Right? 3 here and 3 here. Right? But you didn't count this area here or this area here. You didn't count the other 6 areas. That's a total of 9. Right? Now, we also didn't count the area that's going to go here, the area it's going to go here, the area it's going to go here. There's a total of 18 areas wrapped going around 1. It's going around as 6 and 12 equals to 18. It just so happens at 6 o'clock and at 12 o'clock, we changed a clock. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 and 6, or 8 is on the other side of 7, and it's only created from the reflection of 6, making both sides in reality in gematria 6 and 6. Also us, the U and the S, right, are both 6 and 6. So if you want to know about 18 and 1 equals to 19, hold on, I had a call or something. Okay, so where were we with this? There were so many little things. I said shalom. We were at MeGrid, yes. Earlier on, I was working on, I know I just jumped off of something, and if you remember what it is, tell me. the dog, the card, and the game, each one are number 26. The 4-letter words, okay, are going to be into the 2 cubic house. 2 times 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 2. The dog, okay, is going to be in 1 cubed and in 3 cubed. The reason for that, there's 3 letters. 3 cubed, okay, equals to a total of 3 times 3 times 3 equals to 27, right? If I cube it again to 4 cubed, it equals to 81. I automatically have square Venus. The reason for that, they're both equals to 81. '81 and 81 is 162 or 72. The house of bait, where one spirit or one area, okay, is inside of 8 and can read all 8 at the same time. Rubik's Cube, I was mentioning earlier, one of the reasons I mentioned this, is Rubik's Cube has 26 plus 1 area. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6. The reason why I mentioned the card and the game and God is because they're all numeric value 26. Numeric value 26 on the cube is going to invert the 51. That's where it all stems from. Stems from 51 and 26. Try and retain everything that I say, but I will remember to explain it again over and over and over. I can't forget. As long as these cubes are over here, I'm just going to momentarily forget until you remind me. This is why I'm doing these videos. Everybody out there is the gigabytes or the gigables or the memory or whatever it is. You go out there, you want to know something that I've already said, I'll say it to you again. 5 and 1. The reverse of is 6 and 2. The highest of this dice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I cannot see it when it's sitting on the ground like this, I'll only see 5. So I'll either see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I'll see 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Our base creation of the ring, the 4 sides, will be A, B, C, D, to where there's left 2 sides left over. That will be E and F. But like I showed you, if I'm going to take the A, B, C, D, okay, when I take the A, B, C, D, I'm going to take the A, B, C, and then I'm going to take the B, C, D, where I'm going to connect. I'm going to show you where I'm going to connect. Let me put out some of the numbers that go along with this. Here's the numbers that go along with it. I'm not sure if how you see that. Let me see if you see that properly. Let me look on the screen. Oh yeah, you're seeing it okay. Okay, so your 21 are the 21 dots on the cube, right? If you're playing now, if you want to relate something to 1 through 5, actually equals to Puck, Mars, and the quarter of time. Quarter is 25, but when you're working with time, it's 15. Mars, 51, right? If you want to go 4 times 51, 204, 102 is half, right? And then 51. So this one, the 15 is going to be related to the pool game. It's going to be 171 in the pool. The game of pool will be 171. It will be 717 because of the balls and the 1, right? The 1 ball. Actually, I want to talk about the 8 ball. And the thing about the 8 ball is, big deal, the 8 ball. Green. Okay, I got green. Green is number 49, so I guess I'll get married and have a kid, right? Put it on my left hand. And then go is number 22. And, well, the 22nd letter is in the alphabet, is the letter V. In French, it's for life. It's life for example, and as I showed in the cards a few minutes ago, okay, a life for example is where 5 lives inside a 9, inside the E world, inside the sun, into the quarter houses. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 5 and 4. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 equals to 20 and 9. It's also part of the K9. That 20 minus 9 equals 11. The K9 is the dog, the 9 lives of the dog. 3 cubed. Don't bark up a tree. So we had the monkey. We're reverting back to the monkey. We're talking about number 26. Now, when we get to 26, now we're at the dartboard. We get to the dartboard, yeah. So we have darts. And in darts, we have the red, okay, we have the 50, we have the green, we have the 25. Now we have 1 all the way to 20 equals to 210, or how about 21, right? And what happens is we have 210, and then we have times 2 equals 420, and then times 3 equals 630, right? Now we have 210 plus 420 plus 630, okay, equals, equals to 1050, 1150, 1250, 12, I think I got it at 1260. Let me see, 6, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I got it at 1260, right? Plus the 75 equals to a total of 1335. I'm going to show you this over here. So when you add up 1 through 20, it equals to 210. The reason I mark times 2 is because there's a doubles in darts. The reason I mark 3 is because there's a triple in darts. I added them all up together, it's 1335. I get 1050 between 420 and 630, or I get 420 and 210 to equal to the 630 we mirror. But with 630 and 420, we end up with the gateway in creation in the house of 8, and that ends up to be the 21 dots over here. That's going to be your cube, and it's going to be the passage in the moon. 3 times 721, the egg pass into the moon. You take a cube and another cube. You have to keep taking these cubes. When you have 4 of these cubes, you have 84. 4 cubes equals to 84. 4 times 21 dots is 84. 84, okay, is equivalent to 3 times 28, and that are 3 times 28 cycle of the moon, and that is Pluto. Pluto. 3, why 3? Why is it Pluto? Pluto is the 9th planet. Relevancy, doesn't matter if it's a planet, it has a name, it's been here, it was on WD, Walt Disney, what WD? Right? You ever see the reverse alphabet? I'm going to show you the reverse alphabet. So the reverse alphabet, right over here. WD, Walt Disney, is number 27. The numeric value for Walt is 56. And Disney, right? And inside the word Disney is the I and the S, the 9 and the 19th, bringing 2 systems together. Do you want to know why it's bringing 2 systems together? The S is 19. 1 and 9. 1 and 9, its first reduction, equals to 10, right? Every other reduction in the alphabet will reverse to a single digit except for the S. The S is 19. When you create the connections of 1 or 11 and 9, here is what happens. Let me draw this out. And I don't know if I want to move my camera up over here and let you follow me drawing this out. Let me see if we can do this, right? I'm just going to turn the camera around. Okay, let me see if I can do this here. Whoa, why is it like, okay. So let me fix this, let me fix this. Okay, let me see if I got that, okay. Yes. everything or most of everything, when I'm showing you an understanding to something, I'm showing you how I learned what it is. I know that 1 and 8 create 9. 1 times 8 equals 8. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 and 8 equals 17. We have 2 and 7 equals 9. 2 and 7 equals 9. 2 times 7 equals 14. 19 plus 14 equals 23. The letter W, this is going to say win big, right? Total is 23, so it's, you can say win big, W, N, win big. And if you notice, right, A, B, C, D is inside of, whoop, hold on a second, there's something missing, right? Here, 2 times 7, 2 plus 7, right? B for big, 9 total, 7 over here. The total is 23 for W. The N is the 14th letter. You have win big. Inside of this, you ended up with 14 and 23, A, B, C, D, where you connect A and D and B and C to this. Not only that, but there's a connection. Let me see if I have it down on my last page. Yeah, here it is. Okay. The connection is right over here. Over here, right, is where the 14 is. And over here is where the 23 is. You see the X marks the spot, right? See the X and Y? Sometimes you can say chromosome. You can say whatever you want, but that's where the X and Y comes in. Now, what's happening over here, right? Let me just take this over here and do this. See, we have X and Y, and then we have X and Y. So I replicated this. At the same time, what happens in this, okay, I'm going to just do this, 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 and this, is where this does that, okay? And then down here, right, it does that. Same reflection. Over here, we get this connection over here. And then it continues on the same thing, right? Unless I flip this over when it gets to the end. But maybe the extension goes right through the earth, right? Now, the thing with this is it now does this, 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 right? And this. And then over here, see this one here? This one connects here, here, and over here, right? And then what happens over here is we go here, 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 and here, right? And then on this one over here, let me see what I'm doing here. Yes, I go here, here, and I think over here. Is that right? Yes, that's the correct. And if you notice, you see all these boxes going all the way to the top. You see the candy wrapper over here. And this is only in a single dimension that we're seeing this. I wonder if we can see it any other way. Dance, blurry, brush, beam, no filter. No. Okay, no filter. Okay, so this is the roulette, and I can show you this. I mean, this is, you can find it like at any casino. You can see it right now. All it is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27 over here. Then over here is 26, 29, 28, and 31. This one over here, right, is 8, 10, 11, and 13. MJ is over here. 8214 is over here. This is off the roulette table. Anybody can go see this, right? And if you're looking back at this design, right, you can see where it says Heinz over here. Well, it's Heinz 57. The reverse of Mars 51 is Heinz 57. Total 108. The heavens of one spirit. Why 108? Somebody asked me yesterday, the number of the building was 770. Now I'm going to turn this up towards me. Let me see if I finished this piece here. No, I did not. I'm going to speak about that after. Why 108, right? The person asked me 770. What do we do with the zero, right? And what do we do with the zero? Are we working with these 9 dots, right? Because if I have 9 dots here, I only have 4 total areas. But if I have 16 dots, so I have to look into this and discuss it and see what's happening. But in here, I got 16 dots, but I have 9 areas. So I have 16 and 9, and here I have 9 and 4. 16 and 9, 169. 13 by 13 is 169, or see that area over here, right? That's one area. Going around here, I'm going to have 6 rings going around here. And the end result on the last 2 rings will add up to 40 and 48 equaling to 88. The outside ring and then the inside plus the 1. It'll be 81. Venus's house is everything inside the properties of 88. 81 and 88. This one over here, this is from Monopoly. I'll show you that on another day. So here we ended up with 2 and 7. Then what's happening next is we can go here and here, and that'll be 4 and 5. So we're going to go 4 times 5 equals to 20, and 4 plus 5 equals to 0.9, and that's going to be equal to 29. This only goes one other place. Where does this end up? This 29, it ends up at 18, right? 2 times 9 is 18, right? 2 times 9 is 18, and 11. This is where it ends up. The same 9 and 2, but now it's showing me R and K. The reverse is IP. And I want to know, when you die, where is your RIP, rest in peace, IP address? This is your base creation, King Roi. This is what happens at the end of 54. And where can we find these numbers? This is an extension, okay, in reverse of 7 times 6 equals 42. 7 plus 6 equals to 13. 13 plus 42 equals to 55, or you bring your liberty in 20, or 13 minus 42 equals to 29, and back into the IT system. This is where Earth and Mars connect, right over here. Anyways, I spoke, just give me 1 second. The cat wants to come in. Come. Come. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, you okay? 1 second, come, let me pick you up. Let me pick you up, yes. Let me pick you up for 1 minute. Oy, you smell so nice. You smell so nice. Yeah? You smell so nice. Wow. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh my God. Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh my God, okay, we're being run over. Okay, so we're going to get on here and show you the continuation of the piece. So then what we're going to do next is we're going to go to 3 and 6. So then with 3 and 6, we got 3 by 6 equals to 18, and 3 plus 6 equals to 0.9 plus 9 equals to 27. This is where we come into the spirit inside the house of bait, or the soul within the house of bait. I need to understand, see that center over here, right? In this card here, that center is right here, but it's in the void. It's the 7 void and 2 dot, right? You ever play Mahjong 2 dot, 3 void, 1 dragon, right? I got to learn that game. See the way and it only shows up in 3 places. 1, 2, 3, the trinity of creation, where the 1, 3, 5 is the 2, 4, 6. So if you're talking about 8, am I talking about this 8 and this 10? Like the October octagon to the 10th month? The opposite of this is 1 and 3, and that'll be 4. Your opposite to 55 is 22, and the 5 is going to be relevant when you see the 2. 22 for life, 55 for sky pass. So in this one over here, we didn't count this one here. Should I dot the I? So each one of these is going to give us an equation. See the way we bring these two in over here? Let me see if you can just get this over here. See the way the 17 and 27 come together? 9 times 8, 72. 9 plus 8, 17. These two come together. The 6 is the invert to 8. We're talking 2 numbers. We got to have 2 cubes. Got to have 2 cubes. So for those who have been here before, we all know, right? that the 6 is going to go with the 2, right? And the 5 and the 1 are going to come on this side. That'll be an equation. So now we're going to have the 2 and the 4, 6, where the 5 and the 3 are going to be on the other side. And then obviously we're going to go to the 4 and 4, 8, to where the 3 and 3 are on the other side. To where we have 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 9 and 6. We have 4 times 4 equals to 16. The invert practically brings these two worlds together. Check this out, 8 around 1. 4 times 4, 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 is 8. The 8 around 1. We only play 6 of 8. We never play more than 6 of 8. When you see this over here, this is your 6. This is your 8. You turn it this way for 8. You turn it this way for 6 and this way for 6, but you're using 8. You're using 8, right? You're using all 8, but you can only use 6 at a time, 6 out of 8. 75%, 3/4, right? Remember, 75 and 3/4. 3 and 4 represents the Mars, and 75 will represent the male and the female, the feminine and masculine moons. Don't forget, we're working in the project. We're talking about dice. We're talking about Rubik's Cube. We're talking about understanding how to put the center core to our alphabet. So what we do in here also, I'm not sure if you kept up or if I spoke too fast, is just let me go back for a second. I just want to show you something that I'm not sure if we would have missed yet. Yeah, it's right over here. So we have 6, but I'm only going to either use this 5 or this 5. And then over here I have 4, but I'm going to use these 3 or these 3. Just one thing to note. Just one thing to note. A quick little note. I just did something new today. I've never calculated before. Something pretty simple, right? And it's 22. You know, 1 all the way to 21 equals 22. The numeric value when added, okay, equals to 231. 23, okay, 1 through 23 is your base creation. And 1, instead of A, B, C, it starts up over here. The third, I can use the second number in the house of Bate into creation of the one spirit. But here I'm going to use 23. And it doesn't matter how many times you power up the 1. It always remains 1. The value from 1 to 21 equals to 210. 21 again, the cube. Right? 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 is 3 and 2 equals to 5. You're bringing together the BC worlds of the ABC and the BCD after the death before the Christ. But when you calculate this, okay, when I do 1 and 21 equaling to 22, if I wanted to find the value based on 36 base, let me mark that properly. I'm going to have to go A, B, C, D, E, F, right? Which is going to equal to 21 U. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to start off at G, right? G7, let me see if I got that. I'm going to start off at the G7, and I'm going to go all the way up, and I'm going to go to 32, right? And that's going to be E5BC, bringing these two worlds together from 7 over to 5. Now, what is this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to say Aleph is now going to get the 7th position, in the position where Vav used to be. And what's going to happen is we're going to get the Tet, right? And Tet is usually in the 22nd. Like here was the 1st and the 21st. The 1st is Aleph, and the 22nd, right, is Tav. in the Hebrew language. So I should have worked up to number 23, right? So this was actually 22 equaling to 23, right? So this I have to restructure over here. 1 through 22 equals to oh God, 1 through 22 equals to 253. Okay, I'm just trying to see where, did you understand? I'm using 22 numbers. I'm aligning things with 22 numbers. So what I do over here, let me see if I got this right. See, I was working with Aleph and 25 letters over here. That's why I went to 32. So this one is wrong. This one is wrong. Let me see that again. Let me see that again. Just give me 1 second. I'm leaving off the first 6, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32. No. So this is, I don't know why I did this, right? I was going with 26 letters working from here to here, but it does give me a moon number, and it is absolutely perfect. And I could be working off of this, the 21, right? But I'm not. There's 25 numbers. I need to restructure this. Sorry about that. We're going to leave this out. I just want to go Tet 32, right? So Tet would have been 32. Starting, there's no 32. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey. So you would end up with Hey in this position. I think these are the two. Now I'm going to go back and realign everything. I need to take up 22 positions. Instead of taking up 26, we have A1 said 26. We then moved it to where A was 6 and Z was 31. We moved up each 5, right? Here, okay, what do I do to divide? What am I doing here? Sorry, I didn't say it. I want to use 360 degrees, so I want to use the number 36. That's what's going to create the interior of the house of Beit. And it seems like in the house of Beit, right, we have this 3 area here, and then we have the 6 area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, right. So I got that over here. And then so we're not going to do the other one. And what's happening over here? You notice 2 of these are missing. I only have this, right? What's happening over here, right? So now we're going to do the last one. And this is the trains. This is where the trains go in Monopoly. And these are all the corners. So anyways, I want to align 22 numbers. So let me see how I can align them. Not that there's 22 properties that we can buy in Monopoly, anything like that. But so how do I align 22 between 36? I have to take away 22 from 36. 22 plus 14. 14 is the ring. So 22 and 14. So I have to take away the last 7, right? The last 7, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. So I start at 29, right? And then I count all the way down to 8, right? I'm going to replace the whole entire Hebrew alphabet with the values of 8 through 29, not counting 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Not counting any of these numbers. Over here equals 102, and over here equals 66, and 60 is 129, equals 231. That's ironic that that should equal to 231, and that should equal to 231. 1 through 21 equals 231. when you add up 30 over to 36, it equals to 231. It's just ironic. But there's more inside of this, not to talk about right now. Okay, understanding each number is a word, and every single one is 8, 7, 6, 9, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, and here, what we have is we have 1 through 7, right? 1 through 7 equals to 28. There's 28 days in the cycle of the moon. So I'm going to try and balance something over here. 6 and 1, the half-life. I'm just trying to balance something over here. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to recenter, right? So I recenter from 8 to 29, and this is after the 7th gate. And it goes all the way to 29, the alphabet, and the 29 days of the moon, right? So let me put this to the back. We were talking about that S letter, right, in the word. Oh, an I and S comes together, right? The 19th letter brings two systems together. It brings the system of 9/11. And note that when you play the game of blackjack, they use ace as 11 as well as 1. And when you're totaling up the value in the game of blackjack, right? When you total up the value, you know, you use ace all the way to ace, right? The maximum ace over here is 11. So when you go 1 through 9, it equals to 45. And then when you go 10, jack, queen, king, that equals to 40. Then you have the ace at 11. So you have a total of 96. February is 96, and in rotation of the blackjack cube, 21 dots, the 21 plus 7-day rotation. Inside of this, we have 2 and 9, and I'm going to do this on the next page. Is that if you forgot where I was, and I'm going to take one break. Before I take the break, I'm just going to update you. We're going to calculate the differences between 9 and 11, these calculations that are all tied up inside 2, 5, and 8, and 4, 5, and 6. Everything is tied up, these two entities of 9, 11. So let me look at all these comments. Hello, Kitty, looking pretty. And if there's anybody interested, and I hope you are, to help and support this channel, help me breathe a little bit. Well, I just lost my channel. Okay, yeah, I want to put that out there. Am I allowed to make this, pin it? Oh yeah, there it is. Pin the message. There you go. Okay, so where was I? Oh, I pinned my own message. Yeah, I'm going to be taking about a 1-minute break here. Or actually, let's make it 2 minutes. Just give me a second over here. I want to see. I wonder how much. How do I know? Oh, wait a second. 1 second. What did I do with my charger? What did I do? I have a charger. I don't know if it's with me. I don't know if it's in the car. I wanted to charge this a little bit quicker. Starting to get a little bit hungry here. Just give me a minute. There's nothing in my fridge. I shouldn't even lock my fridge. The fridge hasn't worked in 3 months. I'm just going to get a small little fridge. Every time I plug it in, it freezes. And I'm tired of it. And I have this tea sitting here for the last day. What do you think? Still good? Just give me 1 minute cooking my toast. Maybe we'll take it off. I just want to see if we can... let's see if we can get to the floor over here. Just take a 2 minute. I'm going to show you the floor for a bit. Just want to shift over a few things. I'm going to wait for that tea to be ready. You got something to ask me, got something to tell me, you want to show me something. I'm going to see if I can... See, I got the live going here. I wonder if I can continue it from my Where am I here? This is live. Where's my live? Just give me a second. Amish feeding bread. This is my live. Okay, so let's look at this. Is there any way for me to put this here so you can see it? Right? This is specifically coordinated. This is specifically coordinated. Let me see if I can put my chair here while I get my toast out. See if I can put my chair down. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. Get my magic table out. See that magic table right over here? Take the magic table right there. I should have made that wider. Right? And you see if we can do that. See if we can do this. Move this to the end. Hold it. Whoop. Every time I make toast. Every time I make toast, there's got to be something wrong. Oh, no wonder it's black. Black. Okay, just give me a minute here. Throw that out. Did I fix that light? What light is doing that? What light is doing that? Right? I don't want to have that light up there, right? So let's see if that's a little bit better. Just to take a look at the floor. Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can move this chair back without everything falling. So, okay, take a look at the floor for a minute. I'm just making a little bit of a tea or something. And if you have any questions, I was supposed to go out. I'm a little late now. I think I'm going to be very late. I think I'm going to be extremely late. Late as can be. You know anybody else that's ever been late before? Give me a little bit more. And let me see this over here. I don't really like instant coffee. In fact, I don't like instant coffee. Let me just tell you that. I don't like instant coffee. I just don't. You know, and part of why I don't like the instant coffee, let me tell you why part I don't like the instant coffee. It's pretty stupid, just because I know it's instant. You know what I'm saying? But there's some good instant coffees, right? So I'm just putting this down here. I just want to know if there's any questions. I'm by my desk right now. Let me see. You know what? It's too late. I know it's still good. I threw it out. It was just a bad habit. It's just that it smells. And this guy outside, let me tell you one thing. People get tickets all the time. And for some reason, this guy's been running around in that car for freaking, I don't know how long. But I'd love, yeah, I mean, and they just don't pull him over. It's disgusting. It's noise pollution. I'm not against anybody. I seriously am not, but it's noise pollution and it's disturbing. And we all know why it's happening. We all know why it's there, right? Let me see if I can just stick this right. We all know why there's noise pollution, right? Is there noise pollution on purpose? I mean, because somebody is, oh, look, I can do this. Wow, why didn't I think of this before? Right? Wow, I can do that. Okay. Play the French horn, play the French press. Oh, it's too thin. Oh, it just went right through. Oh, hello. Anybody home? It's instant coffee. Oh my God. Oh my God. No wonder your mother threw me out. Harry. Yeah, he just put instant coffee into the press. Well, tell him to put my pants in there too. I can use my socks being pressed. Edith. Okay, so we're just going to have a little of this. It's steaming. Let me look to see where I am. Where am I? Where am I? So, and for those who have just joined, for those who don't know who I am or what I do, how I speak, okay, there's like a guy, you ever see the police codes? Hello, 10-4, good buddy, what are you doing? Usually you say 10, good buddy, he's a little like Fagin, right? Not vegan, but that doesn't matter. These are slangs that were used. I don't care what your orientation is. I really don't. Makes no difference to me because there's only one orientation in this entire planet. We all have to be Oriental. Because you have to look into what we're doing so that it's good for all of us. That it's good for all of us. This pen is good for every single word that I write. The House of Kaaba. So we were talking about 9/11. We were also talking about the mathematics that go along with these numbers. Now you might say, what's the difference? Difference is they tell a story. What story did they tell? Well, we're going to go to numerologists right now, and those who have decorticated the analytics of the numbers will tell you that one is the rat, and I'd have to go up and see what the definition of the rat is, and then look at the second zodiac sign. But I know the rat is more or less the orchestrator. In Charlotte's Web, what did the rat do? And also note that the rat is associated with the mouse. The mouse is associated with the flesh and is also associated with the micro processor. So the MP, M13 MP, so number 29, okay, the microprocessor. And I'm just using the numbers and the stories that we were taught as we were younger, because if we are, you see, not all of my work is concrete, but concrete in a way that, yes, there was Dumbo the elephant. Who heard about Dumbo the elephant? Would you say Walt Disney, right, and their programming qualify for how we were programmed, for what we saw? That I already knew that Sylvester was not alone, it was the cat. Now you might say Stallone or Stalin. And all I know is there's one fly here, okay? I also know if you send out a tweet, you send out a Tweety bird. We know that there's the dog in Bugs Bunny. What was the name of that dog? Not Pluto, right? Not Pluto. We're going to talk about all the dogs in the Walt Disney show. And then there's the rabbit. And the rabbit's name is Bugs Bunny. And then the fast one. And the fast one is the RR, Road Runner Railroad. Road Runner Railroad. Only short line doesn't have the word railroad in it. Pennsylvania, reading, but not short line. 6, 16, 26, 36, 6, 7, 8, 9. But the 9 is the birth and the 8 heaven through the 7th gate, that you came here on day 6 into the E world. 20% of 5 is 1, 4, 5, and 6 from Mars into Saturn, living the E world. the greatest of all memories, connecting between Jupiter and Pluto. The 5 card is inside the 9 card, making that the 9 card is really only a 4 card. If I add up, now there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of stuff going on here. If I don't write it all out and you haven't been following me, I'm only telling you part of the story. Only together that we can throw it back and forth can we understand the whole story, because until we both understand it, there's only my story, and my story doesn't have a leg to stand on other than what everybody else understands about my story that we can share, that I can say right now that this is a scissors and it starts with the letter S. I know the reverse of S is H. So I already know that the scissors, 9/11, that brings 2 worlds together. I know that the S is plural. That means it started with 1 and now there's more than 1, bringing them both together. I know that I am born in the 40 weeks, 1, 9, 10, 2, 8, 10, 3, 7, 10, 4, 6, 10, to where we note that we find it to be a star system connecting those numbers. So when you look at the star system, the number 8 key shows a star on it. The 7th is your DNA because it says and. It's also noted to be ET in French. The brackets between 9 and 0, the boomerang or banana moons, where the 1 only has an exclamation point, but the point all itself tells me about I and J. It's just a baseball bat, right, which is expansion, right, down to like a pyramid style, but it's only showing you. I'd have to show you how I see it. The 2 is the at, and that is when you send an email. The 3, okay, 9 lives of the cat, Earth. The 4, the dollar sign, that's where Mars comes in. The 5 is the percentage sign, which brings together 6 and 9. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 6 and 9. So now I'm going to show you how that 6 and 9 come together artistically. Artistically. Give me a minute. I'm going back to get my... Wow, that's a heavy piece of bread there, eh? Well, there went my supper. Oh, wait. Here's a piece from this afternoon. Here's a 9. And here's a 6. That is the percentage sign. Now I just like to go ahead. And when you create the 9 and 6 as the percentage sign, right, what you're going to get is to note that your first 360 degrees is going to come on these angles. Here's your 5-point star. You don't need anything else. What happens? And remember, 6 is 52, and it ends up with Jack. But if it doesn't end up with Jack, it just ends up with J. So J is the 10th. Sorry, J is the 10th letter. J is also the 11th card in the deck, assuming that it's not the 9th card in the deck when you're playing War, Ram, Mars. In this instance, right, we begin at 2 and we work all the way up to king, and then we hit ace. In this instance over here, right, since we start at the 2 position and we end up at the 14th position, we end up with 104. And that is the cube. Because if we add up the 14 positions, 1 through the 14th position over here, I would end up with 105, the hand of God. 2 ends of the stick. 1 through 13 equals to 91. The spirit are bringing 2 worlds together. 105, so what is that O? What is the O? What are we going to use the O for? I know 0 is going to be an operator, 64. 101 away from the 6th. It's in the E world, but it doesn't tell me enough to note that the alphabet divides between the 13th and 14th numbers, right? At 13.5, the letter M, the letter E, reverse N, V, not Nevada, possibly Nevada, but this is where the sun splits, the power split, where the numbers are, Nevada. Power 75. Well, it's 77, but what happens, this is electric. Power is 77, electric is 75. So that's 132 or 53. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 5 and 7 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. So what was I doing over here to bring this back to note is this is the percentage sign of what happens to your 6 and 9. And over here, I'm going to lock them in. So I drag this right through. And now you have 8. You brought the systems together with this connection over here. Otherwise, you divided the above and below. If you want to talk in Hebrew, they have 2 letters and they call it the sin and the shin. And this can be the possibility of that. You see this over here? These are the 2 worlds between these 2 sides, here and here, divided by this element over here, which is the tails of both the 9, 42, and the 6, 52. Also to note that when I said 5 is inside of 9, also 5 is 42, and noted that there's an abbreviation for part of a connection in the teen world, where 696 meets 44. But I think I like to count this a little bit separately. And one of the reasons I want to count the T separately, okay, is because of this word over here. Inside of this word here, if I want to go and mark 8th, TH, I only have to count the 8. If I want to go teen, right, with 8, I only need to count the EEN, right? But if you're bitten, you're only gonna, right? If you're not, we're not gonna use that word bitten, but the 8 is very special in French as well. And to note that if you have 18, right, and you want to count in the 80s, right, you're going to count 80 to 89, right, and you're going to say 4 by 20 equals to 80, and you're going to add each one of these digits, right, 1 through 9. But when it comes to the 70s or the 90s, you won't say it the same way. Here, you're going to advance a 10 to a 19 and a 10 to a 19. But when you get to 18, right, and 17, 18, and 19, you're going to say the 10, this number with the 10 in front of it. Not when it's here, not when it's 81. You say it with a 1 in front of it, but here you say it with a 10 in front of it. At the same time, when you say this word, you're going to say 10-7, 10-8, 10-9, and take it as A, B, C. Minus, minus, minus instead of plus, plus, plus. If you minus this, 10 minus 9 is 1, and if you add it, it's 1 plus 19. 10 minus 8, right, will be 2, 2 and 18. And 7 minus plus, 3 and 17. They're all going to equal to 20, 20, 20, 20. You're born into the heavens at the 7th gate. Stand on 17, your base creation. That comes out of the game of blackjack. Let me see where we got to now. Let me see what's going on. I'm putting my camera up here. Let me have a sip of this coffee. Want to see what was buzzing on my Teleo phone. Okay, let me see what's on my screen here. Why do I wear this hat? I want to filter out everything around me. That's the only reason I have it on. I want to hear myself vibrate within myself. That's the only reason I have it on. I don't really want anybody to look at me, because when they look at me, I feel them. And I'm concentrating, I'm thinking, I'm in my own world, I'm in my own head, so I wrap up my head, make it feel warm, make it feel at home, make it feel comfortable. That's why I wear the hat. I like hats. Seems to keep everything in. I just want to take a check at this message if there's any. Okay. Let's see where we are next. Let me take a look at the comments. Okay, there are no comments, not much participation. That's okay, I guess. Well, it's not, but what am I going to say? Let me fix this over here. Yeah, another thing I wanted to do. Did I get that out here? Oh, yes, I already have that out here. You see, I try to keep it not boring. Right? I want it to drill a hole in your head. Yes, we were going to work on 9/11. Okay, so I'm going to get back my stand if you don't mind. And take a sip of this coffee. Sean, my brother-in-law, passed away 2 years ago, age 56. So what we're going to do now, another thing, before I carry on, I just wanted to mention one thing I mentioned a little bit earlier. And I was talking about number 28, 56, sorry. The word 2 equals 56, which is 2 times 28. When you multiply 28, 2 times 2, 2 times 8, it equals to 47. It reflects time. The moon reflects the time. The beast is number 47. Walk is 47. And this number will come from number 57, which is the word moon or hinds. Okay? You have DG. At the same time, you have G and E. This is what controls that. This extends into this. So here we have 2 and 9, 3 and 8, 4 and 7, 5 and 6. They're all 11s, right? You see that over here? Is that where the jack and the I comes in, right? Have you ever seen that before? The J has a dot on it, the small J. So when we have this, we have 2 and 9, 3 and 8, 4 and 7, 5 and 6. And you have to note that when we do this, we can see that the 4 and 5 tied the note between these over here, right? We have to note that the 5 and 6 tied the note between here and here. So 5 and 6 will function this world in the heavens of birth, in the beta creation, in the E world on day 6, we were born. We were born in creation on day 6. You see the way they stand alone? You see the way they stand alone over here, right? And then in here, in the one spirit of the heavens, in the house of Bait, into the fox passage of the sun, in the creation of triple Venus, 222. 4 Venus, 3 Venus, 2 Venus, Venus. 2 Venus, 3 Venus, 4 Venus. Now you have intra-Venus. In this one over here, we leave out the 9. In this one, we leave out the 1. In this one, we connect the 9. In this one, we connect the 11. 99 and 20 equals to a total of 119. 11, 9. The cube here is your 7, 11. This is your 7, 11. And this is part of it. This tool over here. This tool over here, once we use the rook, right? We have to take the rook. I'm gonna do the math, but we have to take the rook. Right? The ox is also 59. The tiger is also 59. So our birth in the E world is going to play a role between the tiger, the rook, not the ox. The ox is 39. I don't know why I said it. It becomes the third zodiac sign where you bring the first 2 zodiac signs, the rat, okay, and the ox, both number 39, is going to equal to 78. You're at the gateway of 17. Mathematically, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is what's going to equal to 7 and 8. And what you get is you get G and H. You also get P and H. Both of them equate to 15, and that's going to be the house ownership, which is the O, the house of Mars, the water house. That's what O is in French. It's water. So once you have water, right, do you need the water to put out the fire? To cool things down? They also have the F sound, the 15th letter, 1 and 5 is 6. 16 and 8, dividing night and day. 16 and 8, 24. 2 and 4 is 6. To 7 and 8. 7 and 8, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So what happens over here is this equals to 29. This equals to, this equals to, let me not do it this way. $18 and 11, 24 and 11, 28 and 11, 30 and 11. This is the face of Rubik's Cube. This being the face of Rubik's Cube and understanding how this works. 6, take away 6 from here, you have 3. You have 3, take away the 3, you have 6. Here you have 5. Here you have 5. You have 4 that are missing. They are all 9s. 2 sides of 9. 2 sides of 9 equals to 18 minus 7 equals 11. Now you have 3 sides of this. You have 1 and 6 equals to 7. You have 2 and 5 equals to 7. And you have 3 and 4 equals to 7. Each one with their own mathematical equation. If I would minus it, right? right? If I would minus it, so you're going to see how everything runs. Here we have 13 and 1. Here we have 5 and 19. 1, 3, 5 says ace. So this number 7 says ace. So that's what's going to be splitting everything up at the 7th gate. And then we just blend it into this word over here, right? 19, 21, and 14 equaling to 54. But it's 1, 3, 5 equaling to 9. The three faces of the sun, or the three phases of the sun. And when you do that, this becomes 4, 8, 1, 1, 4, 8. I have to look what that is. ADH. ADH. Effective dependence. Just trying to think what they can mean. So anyways, that's how I note that my sun is divided. We looked in here what this was. This is the monopoly trains. Right? You see the way we have this one area over here? Or should it work out in two areas like that? The reason for this not working out, let me see if that's the way it works. Yes, this one over here belongs to the trains. This one over here belongs to the trains. I didn't want to do it that way. This belongs to the trains. So all you're left with, okay, is 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8, and then there'll be 8 here, 8 over here, and 8 over here, and it's all going to connect inside of here. You notice this part over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 4, 16, 4 by 4, 16, connecting into the heart, where all the trains meet at the train station over here. The outside row here is going to be a total of 48, and then this row over here is 40, equaling to 88. So I'm just trying to see what else we were going to be doing in here. So we did the let me see what else is there. In the lower house, right? Let me see if we got that in here. Yeah. So we did the 11 house. Now, if I do the 9 house to the negative section, this one's going to be 1. Let me see if we can have a little marker over here. I'm very upset that it's so hard to maneuver over here, but it is what it is. In the first house, we have 1. In this house over here, it was 9 and 14. So I end up with the 14 minus 9. So then we end up with 5. And then we have the 4 and 5, 9, right? And then this one over here is going to be a little bit different. This one, I just want to see where I just want to see something. I want to see where I just showed you what I just give me a second to look at something. Oh, right. Okay. That was where number 7 came in. We were talking about number 7, right? Now we're talking about number 9. And in number 9, this one is going to be 9 by 18. We're going to end up with that one over there. So we got 1, 5, and 9. And then this one over here is 20 minus 9 equals to 11. Right? So I have 1, 5, 9, 11. So I got 20. I got 26. We're going to reduce this one, right, to a 2 over here. So we have 1, 2, 5, and 9. So I'm going to have to figure out what's going on here. I know 1 and 2 must stick together for its creation. So this is going to be discussable. So I'm not really sure where we should go next with this. Let me take just a 2-second look around, see if we should continue this. It'd be nice to have a little bit of participation in here. Yeah, a little bit of participation. Let me see what's happening over here. Yes, sun, ace, sun, sun, most definitely. Any word with AM, any word with IS. Let me write these down and then I'll explain to you why. Okay. IS equals to 9 and 19. Anytime there's an S involved, you're bringing two worlds together. If you have an IT, you'd be talking about the sun systems. 5, 5, 5, 5. That's your 20. That's the T. When you talk about the T, you're also going to talk about the G. When you talk about the I, right, you're also going to talk about the R. When you talk about the R, inside the R, right, you also have to talk about the E, because inside the birth, you're born into the E worlds. Your replica is in the 4D. Okay, but you're born into the E world. That your creation is a 3D born into the 4D, or you're in the 4D going into the 3D. One of the two works out. I'm going to explain it to you why. Earth and Mars. Fine. We have the 9. 5 and 4 is the sun. The ace, and I wish I can just pick. Can I pick this up and just do this like this? What happens with the ace letter is, do you design it like this? Is it designed like this? Or is it designed like this? So if I was doing this, it would be that. Otherwise, I would be running on the 45-degree angle. This is a 45 angle. I don't know what this angle is. If somebody can help me out and tell me what that is this a 67.5 angle? Right, when I'm coming down here from this area over here, or is that the 135 angle? I don't know what angle that is, right? I know over here, I like to call it the 225 angle, because when I set this up, right, and I run this over here, this area over here is the double negative, right? And if you take a look where the sun and the moon come in, Nicera Jacera comes in right over there, GEN. GEN 5775. That when you run 13 moons in 5,775 years, you end up with 75075, and you end up with 7 and 5 is 12, and multiply it equals to 23 and 47. Beast of BC, DG. Before the Christ, the death of God, which one can we use? This is beast, this is time, this is walk. The reverse of this is D, A, B, C, D. That equals to 10. We're born into the mirror world. The D over to the 23, born into the mirror world. This becomes 8 and 3. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Minus the 2 equals to 1. So you can see the 3 shows up, right? Now if we do 2 by 2 equals to 4, and 2 plus 2 equals to 4, and 4 equals to 8, and 4 minus 4 equals to 0. This 3 and 8, right, is the Golden Monkey Club, because that's what they represent. And then it's going to be represented by Rubik's Cube. 7, 11, the opposites of these cubes. Anyways, I'm done for now. I don't know how long I've been here, 93 minutes. I'm a little bit tired. I'm never really sure which way, what direction to go if there's something you didn't understand. And to note, 5775 at the 225-degree line plus 5775 brings us to the year 6000. So if we're at the year 6000 and 5775, this is the 10th year since that time. So it'll be 6010 right now. Because we started at the 225. When you started at 225 marker, the other thing I wanted to show you is that, one second. is when you start at the 225 over here, you have 135 that's left over. So you're going to be minus. And your minus is your half sun or your middle sun, the Federation. Where do you see this? MI is 1001. This is going to be 1008. Venus, the one spirit in the heavens. Where do I get this from? Binary, not Jan, you, or Febru, but binary system of Venus. 3, is it 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 equaling to what is Venus? 81. You notice this is sun and minus. The 13.5 or the 135 is going to talk about the orange ball in pool being the 13 and the 5 ball. Brings together the red and the yellow, the 3 little pigs. I'm going to blow your house down, chase Little Red Riding Hood, right? Wanted to eat her up. Big bad wolf. Big bad wolf chasing old grandma, wanting to eat up Little Red Riding Hood because of a bunch of apples. Knocked out the house, tried to knock out the house of the 3 little pigs. And in the world we live in, the 3 little pigs, reverse of this, are 6, 6, 6, 18, the one spirit of the heavens of the number of man. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. You have anything to talk about? Go ahead, please talk. Help support the channel. One of the ways, great. Save the videos, share the videos, participate in the live sessions or at any time. Only we, what are we looking for? We're looking for a happy road. The transparency of creation is here. It's here. It's time to stop. Only we prolong things. We have to put everything down. Somehow we each have to save each other. Are you missing food? Bring it to your neighbor. Go on the street. How can we do this? How can we make this happen? Everything has to stop. We have to stop collecting for the collector, right? This is in the book only, I'm talking. This is in the book only. But understand, how do we set up a group? I'd like to set up a group where we can all meet at a chat session, right? For the book, for the better of the book, right? For the better of the book. Because all we're doing is talking with the calculator, a set of dice, casino games, all games, amateur and professional, 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. We're going to end the video now. I hate to end it when there's 6 people here, so please come out and ask me something. Let me check if anybody's on any of my channels here. Down on Rumble. Let me see over here on Rumble. Where's my channel on Rumble? My feed. There it is, my feed. 1 hour ago. No, that's not it. Where's my live feed? For you, my live feed is where? 1 second. Account overview, stats and earnings, home. I don't understand. Where's my live feed? I can't even find my live feed. Imagine that, eh? And we also have to do the word slap because it's a thing that's been out there. S-L-A-P, right? 16, 17, 29, 39, 48, slap, right? 12, 31, 42, 31, 32, 42, 48. Okay, slap is 48. That's good. Well, it doesn't have me anywhere. Let me punch me up. A, B, C, E, H, M, U. Wow, it doesn't have me. I don't get it. Oh, right, it can't have me. I'm not on it. I thought I was pumping these out elsewhere. So let me look where I am over here. Okay, so that's just about it. Thanks for being here. There are no more questions. I don't know where to go. A little bit tired, unless you just wait a minute and I see what else I can pump out of my head. Yeah, you want to talk about the moon before I go? I just want to mention one thing. Right. So, and I've said this before. They say number 28 over here. What is it over here? Let me see where it is. Right over here. So number 28. 56 is 2 by 28. 58 is 2 by 29. They run the moon cycle at 29, apparently. 29.3. There is no 0.3 in days. We're not talking about 8 hours, so they overlap, right? It'll be 30. It'll be 30. It'll be 30. Then it'll be 29, right? So every third, I guess every third moon or every third moon, it'll be a different amount of days on every third moon. Well, it always is basically anyways, but just not in the Gregorian calendar. So you're getting the 28 and the 29. The 29 is reflecting the birth into the IT system. The 28 is the cycle in the heavens of Bait, the birth and the heavens, the 8 and the 9, born into the heavens of Alpha Bait. 1 plus 9 is 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. 8 and 9 come together. Now, can I create, anything after 10? Yes, it has to start with 2. 1 doesn't go after 10. It starts at 10. 1 is reverted by a combination of 2 and 9 equaling to 11. But how do we get to the other side of 10? It's 1 and 9 equals to 10. It's 2 and 8 equals to 10. So we crisscross that connection, right? And then how we get to 10 after that is 1 and 6 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 5. The lower part, and then 7 and 6, 13, 9 and 4, 13, 8 and 5, 13. We connect the 13 and the 7 equaling to 20, connecting both the upper house and the lower house. Remember before I drag 8 to 1, 7 to 2, 4 to 5 for 9, to where I drag 9 to 2, 8 to 3, and 6 to 5 for 11, to know where I'm dragging it here, right? But I don't have to drag it here. I can make the same design this way. Dragging 7 to 6 and 4 to 9, dragging 4 to 3 and 1 to 6. Maybe that's the reason for the dragging. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? So, and if I want to use the intermediate numbers, the 8, right? I'm going to drag it. See the way I can drag it? Skip 1, down 2, skip 1, down 2, skip 2, down 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. And we connect everything on the outside, and that's the rook. Also to note that when I do 29 and 29, although it's 58, to a single digit, it's 49. So it's going to represent green. It's going to represent the connection onto this finger, the 4th and the 9th finger, also noted to be the 14th, the 19th, and the 17th. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or 12. Counting down my fingers and toes. So am I counting this 5? Am I counting this 5? And that 5, and that 5, and I got 20. When you're crossing over the center 1 to 9, 10, cross 5, 7 to 3, 10, cross 5, 8 to 2, 10, cross 5, stop, or, and 4 to 6, 10, cross 5. 20 comes together, talking about all your crossings of 40. 1, 9, 4, 6, 7, 3, 2, 8. That's your 40 of the crossing of 20. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, the dividing the gate between 8 and 6. And when you put down 6 chips down, they give you back 7. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Let's finish this baby off. Let's take her home. Let's bring peace to this world amongst the nations. If you want, in my next video, I can talk about Rotas Seder, what the numbers say. They're absolutely perfect. We can talk about the word oxygen. And when you see oxygen, right, it's 667755. So what is the OX? You're bringing our world. We're nullified. We're nothing. Okay, we're nothing without the energy. We're nothing. We're living in this world as a pure energy. That we are the light. We are talking energy. We are talking energy. The other thing I wanted to talk about in the near future, we're going to talk about 1 to the power of all. is always going to be equal to 1. And then we're going to do the power of numbers to show the rotation within the numbers. That's about it for now. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. And seriously, if you can help out that channel, it'd be just super most helpful. Buy me a coffee, which takes a cut of about 8%. If there's any other way, I don't know. But I guess that pays for, I don't know. Who knows what. Doesn't matter. Tired. Peace. Peace. Peace.